Hi there, it's Kevin, and today I am going to be playing Realm of the Mad God. And I am going to be at least starting out with my paladin here. And sort of my goal for today is to see if I can get my dex maxed. I am 9 dex potions away. So I will be doing, well, mostly probably sprite worlds, but maybe I will do some hives as well, because it is possible to get dexterity potions in hives. It's not as common to get them there. Hello, Amazulu Gaming. How are you doing? Let's see. I am doing well as well. I'm just going to start playing some Realm of the Mad God here. Oh, also a thing I wanted to show off. I finally have over 800 on my Fame on Death there, so... Ooh, thank you, Laurel Kran, for 10 months! My streak is longer than Twitch thinks. You know, I don't know about that. I think there was a gap there where you didn't sub to me for a long enough period of time that it doesn't count as continuous. So, yes. 800, if I were to die, I would get another class quest here and another star, so I would be up to 50 stars. Maybe my sub lapsed due to not checking in every day or something. Something like that. I don't know what happened, but and in the past, I've had Twitch unfollow me from channels without me wanting to be unfollowed. I don't know if something like that might have happened to you, but with your sub. I don't think I've ever been unsubbed without unsubbing. So yes, if we find anything that would drop a hive when I'm moving through the Midlands, I will probably stop and see if I can get a hive, because hives are so much easier than just surviving the Highlands, or surviving the Godlands actually, long enough to get a sprite world and then doing a sprite world. But looks like we're moving on to the Highlands without finding anything that's going to drop a hive. They are fairly distinctive. Oh, come on, die. There you are. T3 ring I don't need, and a cloak that I do not need. Oh, come on. Die. There. Yes, talking about the class quest, obviously, well, not obviously, but there are various bonuses that are calculated into that which I could lose. Friend of the Cubes, I think, is one of them. Boots on the Ground is one of them. And Thirsty is one of them. I think I have all 3 of those on this character. So I could go backwards. I don't really need to go into a snake pit. I have more speed potions than I know what to do with right now, which sounds very weird to me because I'm usually, you know, desperate for speed potions. But, oh! Hey! And it's our first sprite world. That was fast. Got to the Godlands very fast. And I'm waiting to see if anybody comes in here with me, or if I can just yes, this is a sword character, and therefore the reach on the attacks is not nearly as good. But anyway, so it looks like nobody's coming in with me. I also wanted to wait until I was back up to full health. I tend to be a lot slower and more cautious when I am alone in a dungeon. When I'm with other people, I will do a rush, you know, get to the end as soon as possible. And whoa. But when I am by myself, I like to take my time. And in fact, often I will do a complete clear. Ooh, this place is interesting. Yes, this is Sprite World. These things are like conveyor belts. They move you around. So I'm not moving myself right there. So it's sometimes hard to stay trained on a particular opponent because these conveyor belts are always moving you around. They're all over the Sprite World too. These sort of, well, I think they're called sprite trees. Do not harm you. They don't attack. And there's no real reason for me to be destroying them other than they kind of get in the way. Yeah, and the color tells you which direction the conveyor belt is going to move. So if you see them on your mini-map up there, you can tell before you get to them which way the conveyor belt is going to move. The Sprite World is filled with all those little tiny, well, they're not that tiny, I mean, they're almost as big as me, but those small sprites that dodge around, they don't do much damage at all, but they can inflict slow, so suddenly your character is moving very slow, which if you're in a big battle is kind of nasty. There's also what are called native sprite gods. I killed one of those just before I went in here. They're sort of purple and look kind of like a ghost. Like a ghost. And then there is Limon, the sprite goddess, who is the boss. The small sprites, you don't have to worry about them as long as you have reasonable defense. And I have good defense, really. I mean, maybe not great, but good. And but the native sprite gods can do some damage to you, and they also inflict quiet, which means that all of your magic points go away. You can't do anything with your ability. So there, you know, you can see different colored sprites have different shots that they shoot out. But they're all very dodgy. They dodge around a lot of movement. And like I said, some of them will do slow on you. But you can see I'm really not taking a lot of damage. Yeah, but the native sprite gods and Limon can hurt you. And Limon has phases that she goes through when you are in combat with her. She's got a phase where she does a lot of dodging around. And she has another phase where she creates these sort of I don't know what you'd call them, but they shoot out stuff that can damage you a lot as well. They do sort of a rapid fire of damaging shots that she'll set up a whole bunch of them in her sort of motionless phase. Oh my goodness, Amazulu has come online. I thought you were going to be playing Destiny today. Well, if you want to play with me as soon as I get out of here, out of this dungeon, and if you're watching, you'll be able to see that's later. Oh, anyway, there is Limon, the sprite goddess. She has an invulnerable phase. You can tell because there's no hit point marker under her. And she's got that blue sort of shield thing above her. Yeah, you can see that these, here's these sort of blue and white things are shooting out a whole bunch of shots. And they are invulnerable to damage. So you can't just destroy them, unfortunately. So now she's in her move around phase. She goes between invulnerable and not invulnerable. Yeah, the blue shield thing says she's invulnerable. The brown shield above her says that she's just got defense, I guess. And I have killed Limon and picked up a potion of dexterity and a mark of Limon. So there's not much else to do in here. I could look for native sprite gods, the purple things, sort of shaped like Limon. But they don't have a guaranteed drop. They have a chance of dropping potions, but not really a guaranteed drop. So so that's guild chat. Everybody in the guild. Oh, there you are. Hello. And I am right next to you. So let's go into pirate. Wait a second here. I can. I'm going to go into my Realm of the Mad God voice channel on my Discord server. So if you want to do that as well, we can voice chat. There's somebody with the Santa Claus skin for the wizard. If you don't want to, that is fine as well. You have gone into the water. Hello. I am doing just fine today. How about you? Good. So I figure what we can do is go to the Midlands and look for the kinds of things that drop the Hive dungeon, because the Hive actually has a chance of giving dexterity potions, which is what I am looking for today, is dexterity potions. And thank you for playing with me. Yeah. I do too. That's why I've been playing a lot of it lately. Excuse me a second. I need to turn down the sound from my headphones. It's kind of loud in my ears. Anyway, so those green lumpy things are Midlands monsters, so we must be approaching the Midlands. You are back there somewhere. I see you. Ah, you're getting closer. And I have the Sphere God as my current bounty. I'm kind of going in that direction, but hey, it's a green dragon. And a baby dragon. And another green dragon. And I have found the road that marks the Midlands. So yes, we're looking for stuff like this here. This has a chance of dropping a hive. It did not this time. But there's also another monster that looks very similar, that has the same sort of swarm around it, that has almost a guaranteed hive drop. Which way did you go? You went this way. All right. And you can tell, kind of, if you look on your mini map, you will see like this sort of circling swarm where those, they're wasps or hornets, or I'm not sure what they are. So then you head towards that. I'm trying to remember which dungeons we've done and which ones we haven't. We've done the pirate cave, we've done the forest maze, we've done the hive. We haven't done the spider den yet, have we? Okay. So if we see a spider den, we'll go in there and I'll show you that. And there's all sorts of things that drop spider dens. So there's a good chance that we'll find one. Those little circles that run around with the golems, or what they run around with, they just fade away eventually after you've killed the golem they're associated with. So you don't really have to kill them, and they're also kind of hard to kill. They take a lot of damage. We are heading towards the highlands, by the way. You might notice that there's a bunch of pine trees here. And it's another green dragon. So don't be surprised if we start finding tougher monsters. Another T2 ring I don't need. Just wanted to give you a heads up there. So for instance, right now, there's a weir lion right there, that sort of brownish and white monster. They can drop entrances to the spider den. And here is an Ent Ancient. They can drop entrances to the Magic Woods, which would be another one that I would be wanting to go into. Oh, darn. There's only a couple of the... I thought maybe I found a... I can't remember what it's called. Oh, there's a hive right here. Right where I am. If you move to me... It's fading. It will be gone in a second. Oh, it's gone. Oh, well. Yeah, sorry. Yes, I'm the green dot on your mini-map. Anyway, so there was a hive there, but probably somebody had gone into it already and was rushing to the boss, so it's not a big deal that we missed that one. I usually only like to go into dungeons if I have seen the entrance appear. If it's already there when I get there, a lot of times somebody will have gone into it, so. And that's fine if I just want to run around in the dungeon, but if I'm... Oh, okay, come to me. All right, so this should have an almost guaranteed drop of a hive. There we go. So let's go in. You want to do this slow and steady, or do you want to rush to the end? Let's rush to the end. These, as I said, drop honey, bottled honey, so I just picked up one. Ugh. If you are taking too much damage, remember you're a priest and can heal yourself. Also, I have the ability to put healing on you. That is a status effect which causes you to heal faster. So that was a dead end. So let's go down this way. If you want to destroy this hive down here, this sort of... Yeah, there. I don't know. Did it drop a bottled honey for you? Okay, cool. They are nice healing potions, yes. Whoops. Okay, cool. So yes, up, I guess, is the direction we need to go. Yes, just back out, heal yourself, and then when you're fine again, you can come back in. You just have to be aware of your hit points. Yeah, because you are a robed character, you will be taking more damage than me. Obviously, I'm a heavy armor paladin, so that will translate into me taking less damage, but yeah, the Queen Bee has a couple of different shots. The one that kind of looks like... That's okay. That is okay. It's a good thing that you did leave and didn't just stand there and take the damage. Okay. Well, but you did remember, and you got out of there in time. So those are good things. I don't really need that. So I'm back on the beach. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. There you are. So we're going to head back in this direction. I think it's pointing me at a... Oh, it was pointing me at a Cyclops, I think, but now it's pointing me at a Hermit God, which is not a thing that we want to deal with. Once you reach 20th level, a lot of the stuff that they point you at is going to be too tough for you. Both because you don't have the experience, but also because you don't have the equipment to deal with it. So not sure where you went. There you are. So in addition to hives and at least one spider den, I also want to bring you into a forbidden jungle. And I think I mentioned those last time. If you go into what's called a temple area or a temple, there might be a coil snake if somebody hasn't already killed it. And the coil snake is what drops the entrance to the forbidden jungle. Oh, so now it's showing Cool Shrine, which is not a normal thing. That's a special for April thing, I think. It's normally a Skull Shrine, I believe. Oh, and now it's showing the Cyclops God again. Did I... Oh, actually, that reminds me. Have I given you a pet egg yet? Oh, I have, so that's why you have that. All right, but I haven't given you the potions of speed I wanted to give you. How about we go back, go to the guild hall, and I will give you some potions of speed. All right, so I will be in the guild hall in a few seconds here. Just want to pick up some potions of speed for you. And 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the Nexus. That's not what I want. The guild hall. All right. I have requested a trade with you. I'm going to highlight the 4 speed potions. You don't have to highlight anything. I'm going to click on trade. You need to click on trade, and now you have 4 speed potions, or potions of speed. You can drink all 4 of those, and your speed will go up. So you will be speedier. Maybe not noticeably speedier, but I mean, you're moving around fairly well right now. When you start off, after you've had a character who's maxed on speed, 20th level and maxed on speed, the starting character always feels like they're walking through, I don't know, quicksand or something. Just feels so much slower, but right now you can tell you're moving really fast comparatively. All right, I'm going back to the Nexus and then probably back to Pirate. Oh, Pirate's full. So Bat, I guess, is the least full. I will wait for you to show up. Yeah. All right, here we are. Let's go. Hello, Hero Ka? 987. How are you doing today? Wow, there's only 4 remaining heroes of Oryx, so we are going to be going to Oryx's castle soon. And I think I mentioned this last time. When you're sent to Oryx's castle, just hit R, because you do not want to have to try and deal with Oryx's castle. Good, I'm glad to see that you're doing great, hero. Let's see. So I am sort of going to go in the direction of a lich that's being pointed out to me. So you can kind of follow along. Once again, we're looking for hives, possibly spider dens, and forbidden jungles if we find any of those. Wow. Good luck with Oryx. I am not going to go up against Oryx. Somebody just wished me good luck with Oryx in chat, and I'm like, yeah. Once we get sent to Oryx's castle, I'm just going to leave. I mean, I probably would be able to handle going through Oryx's castle, but I do not trust this character to survive Oryx himself. Because he's a sword character, he doesn't have much range. He would have to get really close into Oryx to do any damage. And I would die. I would almost certainly die. All right, where'd you go? You're over here. There you are. So yeah, just kind of wandering through the Midlands here, looking for stuff that might drop the kinds of dungeons we're looking for. And we can kind of keep to this road, the road that marks the edge of the Midlands, so that we don't accidentally end up in the Highlands fighting gods. All right, so a spider den has just dropped, and I'm going to go in. You should go in as well. All right. So in the spider den, there's lots of little eggs that hatch a whole bunch of green spiders when you either shoot the egg or bump into them. And there's also a bunch of other sort of free roaming spiders. The little green spiders that you can see there, they don't really do much damage. They don't take much to kill. The bigger spiders can drop something called a healing ichor, which is a potion that will heal you for 150 points, which is nice. The green spiders don't drop anything. Yeah, the bigger spiders and the little brown spiders can actually do enough damage to hurt if you just stand there and take it. You, because you have a wand, should stand far back. I, because I have a sword, have to go right in there and be toe-to-toe with them almost. All right, so eventually we will get to the boss room, which houses Arachna. She spins a web, which when you are touching the web, you get slowed. You get the slow effect. And she's kind of nasty. She's not terrible, but it does take a little bit of practice to deal with. One thing I like about the spider den is the little green spiders, because they don't hurt much, you can practice dodging with them. And cool. Those are nice. So sometimes I'll just go into spider dens just to practice dodging. So it's really hard to dodge though with this character because I have to be so close to the opponent. Yeah, and you can tell when you're in the boss room because it's a very large room. So you get to a room, it's much bigger. Like here, this room here is much bigger than all the other rooms. And at the center of it is Arachna. Anyway, so you can see her there. She's moving away from me. You can stand back and shoot at her. Those white things that are shooting out the web, you cannot damage or destroy them. I don't know if you want to try and get close enough to Arachna to shoot at her. There, I've given you a buff. Oh, see, that's one thing I do not like about this web. It causes lag. So you can get lag kicked. It's really annoying. When I had a bad connection, I would not be able to complete this dungeon because I would get lag kicked every time. All right. So I am back. We went into Pirate. Oh, Bat, sorry. Pirate was before. Bat was this time because Pirate was full. So let me know when you get back in. All right. Let's see. I don't know which way to go, really. Anyway, so that is the spider den. And if you had killed her quickly enough, once she's dead, the spider web goes away, so you don't have to worry about getting lag kicked anymore. Yeah, I think that's true. You're right. Yeah. Yeah. All right, I am back to the Midlands. If you want to move towards me eventually, you will find the Midlands. I cannot tell you the number of times that has happened to me, where I face plant into a tree and just stop moving for like half a second and then go, wait a minute, I'm not moving. Or like 3 trees that have formed like a corner area, and and I get stuck there. One remaining hero of Oryx in this particular realm, so we will be getting sent to Oryx's castle very quickly. Very soon. But we still have a little bit of time before somebody kills that final lich that's hanging out. Now, if you are in a dungeon when the realm goes to Oryx's castle, everybody gets sent, you don't go. So, okay, so I will suffer no more of your impudence. I have closed this realm. You will not live to see the light of day. That is Oryx telling you that the realm is closed. Nobody else is going to be let in. And in a couple of minutes, or a minute or so, everybody's getting sent to his castle. So, yeah, sometimes when it's like this, I will go into a dungeon even if I don't really want to, just so I don't go to his castle. Yeah. You know, it's like, well, there's a forest maze. I really don't need a forest maze, but I don't want to go to Oryx's castle either. But really, all you need to remember is the moment you get to Oryx's castle, just hit R. And you'll retreat back to the Nexus. Because at the very first starting point, there aren't any monsters. As long as nobody opens up, there's like a destroyable barrier. As long as nobody opens that up, you won't have to worry about monsters right that moment. Kevin, you ever 8-8 a character? I have not ever 8-8'd a character. I think the most I've ever gotten was 4-8. So 4 of my 8 stats have been maxed with a character, but that's the best I've ever done. Okay, let's go into this hive. Yeah, this person needs a ban. There we go. All right. So, yes, you might have noticed that the realm was shaking. That is the sign that you're all about to get sent. Yeah, they really wanted to make sure you knew. They didn't want it to be a surprise. Yeah. Sometimes I'm not paying attention to the text, like the chat text and stuff, and so I won't notice it when Oryx announces his intentions. And it didn't used to. There's a thing up in the upper left-hand corner where you can show the number of heroes of Oryx left. That didn't used to be a thing. So you just had to kind of guess from what Oryx was saying if there were many heroes left. There, have a buff. You can see what buffs you have above your head, by the way. So when I buff you, it should show that you're doing more damage and you're healing. All right. I was just taking a moment to move things into my backpack. Kevin, don't forget to pick up the hive mark. You can exchange 3 for a chest at the Tinkerer. I think I already did that for today. And I thought it was 4, but I could be wrong. Oh, I didn't hit you with that buff. There we go. That should help. Yeah, you can stay back there and just shoot stuff. As soon as I've cleared out most of this, I will focus on the queen bee. And you too can then start shooting at the queen bee. Yeah, her honey things inflict dazed, which really slows down the number of shots per second that you fire off. And the other stuff she does is just damaging, so. Yes, I got... I'll pick it up anyway, even though I think I already did that Tinkerer's quest for today. All right, well, let's head out. And 43 remaining heroes of Oryx now. So this is a brand new realm. I believe the total number when a realm starts out is 45 heroes of Oryx. So somebody's killed a couple of them since this one was created, but not a lot. It looks like we must be on a peninsula because heading in the direction of the red demon that it's pointing me at brought me to the beach. So we have to find our way off this peninsula. So, interestingly enough, you will tend to slide off of trees if you're going in a diagonal direction as opposed to up, down, left, right. So you can still get caught in like corners made out of 3 trees or more, but it means you'll face plant and stop less often if you're going in a diagonal. Yes. We will get there soon. Ah, I'm seeing Midlands monsters now, so we are almost there, and I just spotted the road. Alright, so I'm going to be on the lookout for temples, and hopefully we can find a coil snake and kill it and go into, here we are, here's a temple. Go into a forbidden jungle. I'm not seeing the coil snake, though. Somebody must have killed it already. Yeah, usually there would be like a big red snake in here. Alright, I have picked up this staff of destruction, which I do not need, so I put it in the chest. Somebody can find that later and be happy. Or if you want to pick that staff up, you certainly may. So once again, we are in the pine trees area, and that road that you're heading towards is the highlands. So you probably don't want to be there. You probably want to move away from that or leave. Yeah, I am equipped to be in the highlands, but you would have a hard time up here. Do you want to go into it? We've already been in one. I'd rather spend time looking for other dungeons, I guess. The spider den is fairly simple. You don't really need a whole lot of experience with it, just to... Because it's not a maze like some of the other ones where you have a hard time finding your way. Yeah, that thing that was chasing you, those are also Highlands monsters. Oh, come on. There we go. Killed it. So there is an ancient up here in this grove. You can see if we can buff it. Have it do its evaluation, and you can maybe see, yeah. All right, so it has evaluated us and found us to be tough. Run! Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's very fast, unfortunately. I'm sorry. I should have told you to back off. I believe Archer is your next possible. So let me. Do you want to play an Archer? All right. As soon as I finished killing this ancient, as long as I don't die as well. These stupid nature sprites are terrible. They do a lot of damage and are hard to kill because they dodge around so much. But, so go wait in the guild hall, and I will be there in a minute or two. Unless this ancient drops an entrance to the Magic Woods, because that's one of the dungeons I'm looking for. Where is the stupid... There it is. There we go. Finally killed that nature sprite. Okay, so it did not drop... It did not drop an entrance to the Magic Woods, so I'm going into my vault. I want to see if... What do I have in here? All right. Well, actually, I should probably... Check to see if I have. All right. I'm going to move back and look at my characters because I believe one of my characters, yes, there it is. One of my characters is holding onto a bow for you. So I will pick up. Let's see, where is it? This armor. Then there's a spot. That bow. All right, so are you waiting in the guild hall? Okay. I am once again going to do a trade with you. I don't want you to choose anything of your own to trade. I will click on 3 things and trade them with you. There you go. You now have a bow, some reasonably good armor, and a ring. You should be nicely kitted out. Okay, now I'm going to leave and bring out my paladin again because I don't want to be running my priest at the moment. Archers are kind of cool in that they sort of, well, they do multiple arrow shots. I don't know if you so do a few fires off to see, fire off a few shots, and you'll be able to see that. Oh, you're not here anymore. Are you in the Nexus? Okay. Yeah, you can see. Well, it's kind of hard to see. I think you're in the middle of everything, but yeah, you shoot a bunch of shots at once. It's like a yes, there. It's like a trick shot or something. I'm going to go into Minotaur. Minotaur. All right, I'm going to head up this way. So that thing where somebody buffs an Ent Ancient and then you die, that has happened to me at least half a dozen times. So so don't feel like you're the first. Don't feel like you're the first one that's ever happened to. Yeah. That is because the nature sprite shoots multiple shots, and if it's on top of you, it can do enormous amounts of damage all at once. Plus, those other 2 tinier Ents are firing out nasty shots, and the Ent Ancient himself is firing out varying sized shots. The bigger ones doing more damage. So it can get bad very fast. And I really should have told you back off outside of the grove. Right as we were buffing it, because I mean that isn't even as crazy as it can get. You can get a whole bunch of those nature sprites all at once, and like 8 of those smaller trees as well. There's a lot of damage flying around when that happens. If you have 5 or 6 people doing tons of damage. All right, I found the entrance to another temple. If you want to come up here, and maybe we can see if there's a coil snake in here. Oh, what the heck? Oh, good. Somehow my keyboard got stuck for just a moment. You're on your way up here? Okay. Here I am. So this way. Yeah, the temples can actually be different shapes, so... Previous one we were at had a sort of a plus sign. There is an entrance to a forbidden jungle here already, so somebody... Don't go in. Somebody probably already went in, and... oh, wow, I apparently had also moved the size of my window. Anyway, so they probably are heading towards the boss already, so... Alright. Anyway, we will find more of those. There are plenty of them per realm. There's, you know, a handful of them. We will find one that hasn't been dealt with already. Excuse me. So yeah, the archer is a medium armor character, so you have a little bit better defense than the priest did, and can push out a lot of damage with those multiple arrow shots, so that's a good thing as well. All right, here's another temple. Kill this dragon. Let's see if there's another coil snake. Ah, there is a coil snake in here. So, there is the entrance to the Forbidden Jungle. You can go in. You are going to want to stay back. You have a longer distance shot than I do. So just follow at a distance from me. This sort of totem pole thing produces those little ghosty things. So kill the totem pole. So stay back, stay back, stay back, stay back, move back. So you might be seeing sort of star-shaped shots. Those do quiet, which makes all of your magic points go away, and you don't recover any magic points for a little bit of time while you're quieted. So you really want to also they cause you to hallucinate. It might be interesting to just get hit with one of them once, but because you're a lower level character right now, what are you? Level 5. You don't want to get hit by a lot of those. You don't want to get hit by a lot of any of the shots in here, as a matter of fact. Normally, these are like villagers, will be dancing around a fire at the center of their room, but and the fire actually shoots out fireballs. Here's one of them. Yeah, just get close enough so that you can see what it was, and then I destroyed it there. When they're dancing around, they don't shoot out those quieting, hallucinating things. So I usually try to kill all of the villagers before I kill the fire. Okay. He's stuck in there. It's really hard to do a real full clear in the Forbidden Jungle, just because sometimes these guys can get stuck back there and they won't come out. So that thing, that sort of black purple thing, that was a baby basilisk, and there are bigger ones that are basilisks. So you'll usually find one full-sized basilisk and a bunch of these little baby ones. Yeah, that helps you. Let's see, what does it say? 100. It gives you 100 magic points, and everybody within 10 squares of you also. So if you're down on your magic points because you've been using your ability, which for you is your quiver, which is a damaging ability, and you want to get your magic points back up, or you were quieted, and you you're over the phase where you can't recover your magic points and you want to restore magic points, those are good for that as well. So here is one of the big basilisks. You can see him. Oh, there's two of them, as a matter of fact. Those are the adult-sized basilisks. And there's another one of those totems. Some of the smaller brush is destroyable, but the trees are not. The big trees are not. Let's see. Just joined your stream for the first time and can already tell you're a legend. Well, thank you, Darth Will 101. I am far from being a legend. In fact, people have called me a meme before, and I'm much more of a meme, something to make fun of, than I am a legend. I am just right now teaching Amazulu here about the Forbidden Jungle. So yeah, as a general rule, if something reproduces other smaller monsters, kill the bigger one first. So the adult basilisks can create the smaller basilisks. That totem can create these ghost things. So kill the big one first if you can. And he's not coming out. He's just gonna hang back in there. Annoying. So yeah, you can tell the game is telling you where the boss monster is. That's Mixcoatl, the Masked God. So if we had wanted to finish this off as fast as possible, we'd go in that direction. But also, the villagers, some of them, I believe, are called shaman and can do heals on the others, and the fire also does heals. So once again, if there's a healing monster, you want to kill the healing monster first. Move out of this room right now. Really, because yeah, that's a good space. So these pillars, Mixcoatl will at one point trigger them, and they will start shooting out a ton of shots. A lot of shots. So you need to be able to move out of this room really fast when that happens, if you don't have a lot of hit points, if you don't have a lot of armor. Here he goes, I think. Oh, guess not. He just does a little, oh, there we are. Move, out, yes. Those, at first, they shoot out a whole, no meme is a legendary status. Anyway, so they shoot out a whole bunch of shots, but they do it in a pattern, and you can kind of figure out the pattern and avoid the shots. All right. So I have killed Mixcoatl. I don't know if you got any drop from him. I got a useless robe and a pollen powder and a mark of Mixcoatl, which the Tinkerer usually does not want. So I got it. Well, the only thing about the robe is it has a feed power of 250, so that's not terrible, but it isn't especially impressive. So, yes, you saw how those pillars just suddenly started pouring out shots. I have died to those many times when I wasn't paying attention. Have you ever done any Lost Halls, says Andres, and I don't know how to pronounce that. G-H-I-N-T, Fint, maybe? I have never done a Lost Halls. I've actually been... lately I've been watching YouTube videos of people doing Lost Halls, and there really is no way I would be good enough right now to do a Lost Halls. I mean, eventually someday I will probably do a Lost Halls. There are people who want to do Lost Halls with me who've been asking me for about a year now to do a Lost Halls with them. But that is still far off for me. maybe if I ever get an 8/8 character with 2,000 base fame, I'll go, well, I don't care if this character dies, so I will go into a Lost Halls with the people who really want me to do Lost Halls. Anyway, so that is the Forbidden Jungle. It is a slightly tougher dungeon than some of the other Midlands dungeons, especially that final room, because it can push out a lot of damage very fast. Yeah, it's got a nice mix of opponents. The boss monster there can drop some decent stuff. There's a good staff you can actually get out of there. And there are a few things which aren't good on their own, excuse me, but have a good feed power, so you can feed them to your Lost Halls. Ain't worth it for players who are still maxing characters, especially with the removal of guaranteed pots. Okay, yeah, so a Lost Halls is not where I want to go right now. This character, and in fact, my 4 active characters are all 1/8. So really what I'm looking for right now are hives, magic woods, and sprite worlds. We've been in there, and it's not especially useful. You can get what can you get out of there? You can get pet eggs out of there, I believe. So if you're looking to fill up your your pet yard, they're nice. All right, I'm going to start heading in the direction of that red demon. Have you tried doing a nest? No. The nest is the one that's sort of a super version of the hive, I believe. And I have not done one of those. I've done a bunch of the lower level dungeons. The toughest one that I've done a solo clear on is the Undead Lair. And I've also, well, actually that's not true, because I did a Demon Abyss once and did a solo clear of it, and then the next time I did a Demon Abyss I died, and I haven't done one since. But the one that I've done frequently, or more than once, and cleared was the Undead Lair, and I've duoed and trioed the Manor of the Immortals. I've never been able to finish off Lord Ruthven on a solo. I've gotten a clear except for Lord Ruthven multiple times. But I have never done a complete clear on my own. All right, so here's another possible hive right here. So I'm going to kill this off and see if he drops a hive. Nope. All right, so here we are with another Ent Ancient. I am standing near him. You probably want to stand far away from him. You can maybe go, yeah, that if you can get close enough to do damage there, and then be ready to run away. All right, so you don't want to be anywhere near that sprite. Because that sprite is much tougher than the sprites you find in... And yes, if you actually start taking a bunch of damage, just run away. Just you can retreat to the realm. I mean, to the Nexus even if you want to. That's fine. Now, the thing is, the Sprite can actually drop something fairly decent. Okay, so no actual drops from... It's called a tincture, and it will give you a stat boost. It's so nice seeing people actually enjoying the game. See now. This is wholesome. Well, thank you. So nice to see people actually enjoying the game. I've had that comment a number of times. So, all right. So you are still here. All right. T2 ring I do not need. Anyway, so that is why people want to buff the Ent Ancient, so that it will produce nature sprites and those Ents, and they can drop good potions. I mean, it's I don't have one on this character, but it's like, you know, increase your number of hit points by 30 for 30 seconds or something like that. And that can be very good. And you want a better HP ring. Someone was just offering me a ring. And I really am appreciative. The number of people who have offered me stuff is amazing. I just... All right, we found another Ent Ancient. I'm gonna... Good idea. I will be buffing it here in a moment. Here's the sprite. All right. All right, I've killed the two smaller Ents. And these trees. Get rid of them, and maybe I can kill this sprite. Oh, oops. I accidentally hit R and went back to the Nexus. I was reaching... What was I reaching for, even? I think I was just reaching for my D key and overwent. So I can't go into the forest maze with you, and I don't think you should go into a forest maze on your own. They are very interesting. Here, let me drop some stuff off in the Nexus. I've got... Let's see. I've got healing ichors that I don't need. I've got bottled honeys that I don't need. And I will keep hold of that. Which realm were we in, do you remember? Minotaur, Pirate, Dragon, Minotaur. All right. I will go into there. The reason as to why people buff Ent Ancients is because the greater nature sprites can drop a white bag, the quiver of thunder that makes enemies dazed, which causes enemies to only shoot half their projectiles. I have never seen that, so that would not be the reason why I would do it. It's the much more frequent tinctures that you can get. There you are. All right, I see you on my mini-map. I will head in your direction. But yes, if I'm with you, we can go into a forest... Sorry, what is it? Magic Woods? Whatever it's called. The thing that the... Yeah, Magic Woods. That the Ent... yeah, that the Ent Ancient can drop an entrance to. And I can talk to you about that, but one of the big things in that is that if you step into any, there's a whole bunch of like pools of water. If you step into any of them, you are suddenly going to be hallucinating, which is a little confusing. Also, stuff in there can do some major damage. Ugh. I'm still heading in your direction. I'll be there soon. Oh, come on. Die. There. Or maybe not. I seem to be fairly far away from you. Okay. Hello, person whose name I cannot pronounce. And it seems like a jumble of characters. Oh, there's another Ent Ancient. Yes, the Ent Ancient can drop an entrance to the Magic Woods, and the Ent Gods can as well. So if you're out in the Godlands, you might find BXNDNDJDNDJD. I am doing just fine. And I'm just going to call you Bixen, because that's about all I can pronounce there. Almost there. It might even be on your mini-map soon. And there's another Ent Ancient. Now here I am to save the day. Oh, all right, so here we go. Oh. Yeah, it's kind of busy over here. Alright, and you can die, and you can die, and you can die. I'm about to get ready to start buffing this Ent Ancient right here. So, just warning you, once I take care of all this extra stuff. There. I'm pretty much done taking care of extra stuff. So, move back. Yeah. Oh, come on, die. And you die too. All right, where did the nature sprite go? Run away more, I guess. And no Magic Woods. I'm not sure where you went to. Oh, there he is. come on. Got him. No drop. Let's see, where are you? You went all the way down here. And they're very fast, too, so it's hard to get away from them. That's another spider den, yes. All right. How are you? I'm doing fine, Bixen. Call me Bix. Okay, on which server you play? I am on the US Midwest 2 right now. That is my sort of default server, the one that I play on the most. Right now, I am showing stuff to Amazulu here. You're from Europe. Okay. I actually have a lot of people who watch me who are in the EU, in the European Union, and people from the UK as well. Because I stream in the afternoon for me, which is the evening for them, and part of the I can't play on which server? You can't play on my server, is what you're trying to say? US servers. Ah. Are you having keyboard issues then? All right. Amazulu here is actually in Bristol and in the UK. Have you tried playing with off-center and camera rotation? It takes a while to get used to, but it's a lot better for dodging once you get used to it, asks Asian Chill. I tried it a little bit a very long time ago, and it felt weird enough to me. Doing the camera rotation, I had a hard time with, and so since then I've just played centered with no rotation. And I do understand the benefits of playing with rotation and off-center. You can see a lot better in the direction that you're moving and fighting. It just wasn't clicking for me. I don't know. I guess I could say it wasn't. I'm not sure where Amazulu has gone to. Up here, I guess. All right, I am going in your direction. Hey, it's a hive. Let's go in. So yeah, I know I'm at a disadvantage because I'm not playing that way with off-center and with using rotation, but I tried it once. I will probably someday go back to it. Yeah, those tiny little things don't do a whole lot of damage, but they are annoying. As opposed to these larger bees, which can do a lot of damage, and the red ones especially do bleeding to you, so that's unpleasant. All right. So this way to the queen bee. Yes, remember that thing produces the tiny little things, and so killing it is a good idea. Also, they drop the bottled honeys, so that's nice. All right. There she is. Okay, so a ring I don't need, a bottled honey, and another mark of the queen bee. So yeah, there's that is actually a very good feeding item, and it's actually not a bad item to use for that character class, which I think is Mystic. Which you won't be playing for a while. I'm gonna check something. So I'm just gonna hang out here for a moment. Mystic. Yeah, that's one of the much later character classes. So after let's see. After you've gotten Wizard and Rogue and Archer and Priest all to level 20, then you can play then you've unlocked Huntress and Necromancer, and once you've gotten both of those to level 20, then you've unlocked Mystic. So that's a long ways off. I would use that as pet food. Bix says go to some better dungeons. Right now I'm sort of teaching Amazulu here about the game. So we're going to be staying in the lower level dungeons mostly. We're not going to go to the Godlands anytime soon. Are you trying to get a pet with Magic Heal as a second ability? I would like to have a pet with Heal and then Magic Heal. Right now this is Heal and Decoy, which is not too bad, a pair of abilities. But I would like a heal, magic heal combo pet. And someday I probably will have one. Anyway, so that is why we are staying in the lesser dungeons. She is a new player and is just learning Archer, as a matter of fact. She's... Well, hello, Observum, and thank you very much for the raid. Hello, welcome in, raiders. Hey, Doc. Hello, Undead Pools, Chappie Rando. I am not your dad. I am nobody's dad. I don't have children. Hello, Auntie Sam. I do not have children, therefore cannot be anybody's dad. What is wrong with your neck? There's nothing wrong with my neck. That's actually just shadowing from the weird lights in here. I've tried to fix that enough. There. I accidentally moved to a different scene. I'm back. So I had moved to OBS so I could see what someone was talking about with my neck. Looked at it, went, oh, that's the shadowing. It's not actually a disease or anything. And then I forgot that I had gone to OBS. pressed some keys and it moved me to a different scene. So that was what happened. Sorry, I went away for a moment. I'm not even sure which scene that was. But everything went away, so it was a blank screen for just a moment. Thank you, everybody, for pointing that out. So I don't know if you want to do, there's a lich right here. It's also an evaluation type of opponent. So the more damage you do, the tougher he gets. Well, thank you very much, Asian Chill, for that Twitch Prime sub. Best ROTMG streamer, no caps, sorry, observe. Maybe Kevin should wear a turtleneck, or not. Yes, I should wear a black turtleneck, and then people, oh, well, he found us wanting. He didn't, let's see, he didn't buff himself, so he didn't throw off a bunch of other things. Server, I am on the US Midwest 2 server. He's a better streamer, 100%. Oh, is that what you were saying? Your skin is popping off in Realm, dude. Not sure what that means. I don't really think I mean, I know that I am better than when I started streaming, and I was better when I started streaming than when I started making YouTube videos, which was a number of years ago. I started making YouTube videos, and I was very bad at it, and I have improved since then. But I don't really like to compare myself to other streamers because I always find myself wanting. How long have you played Realm? So I started about 8 years ago, but I have taken several breaks in between then. You can look at my fame history on Realmi, and that would give you a good idea. But a couple of times I took like 2 years off. So altogether, I probably played for 4 out of those 8 years. But like I said, you can get the full details just by going on Realmi and looking at my character. What got you into Realm? You know, I don't even remember anymore. I think I might have saw an ad for it. There was another game. I don't even remember what the name of it is anymore, but it was another Flash-based fantasy game. Probably I saw a Google ad for it or something because it was good back in 2012. I still enjoy playing. Oh my goodness, we are up in the Highlands now. Let's maybe move away. Unless you feel ready for the Highlands, but there's a steep ramp up of difficulty from the Midlands to the Highlands, and unless you feel really comfortable right now, I would say let's not. All right. I mean, you remember how it was when we were in. Okay, coil snake. You want to? There. Okay, I'm going to check the chest. Nothing in the chest except for kinds of potions I don't care about. And let's go into the Forbidden Jungle. We'll see you later, Kevin. Have a good stream. Thank you, Observe him. I will try to have a good stream, yes. I don't know if you've been hit by those stars yet, the ones that quiet you and cause hallucination, but some people just like to hallucinate. I don't know. There's so the gray blobs can drop magic mushrooms which cause you to hallucinate, and some people like that, but it is kind of trippy to have everything have their sprite changed, so everything looks different, but let's see. Do you live close to LA or something? I do not. I live in Minneapolis, Minnesota. No cap. Observe him is a really cool dude. Dude. Oh, food. Dude. Yeah. I mean, they seemed pretty cool. Solo Lost Halls, bro. No. I am not going to solo Lost Halls. I am not Linky. Where did you go? He wandered away from me. Yeah, someone in World just told me to solo Lost Halls, and wow, I am not good enough for that. I have watched Linky solo Lost Halls in YouTube videos, and that is really hard. I'm willing to solo Undead Lairs. I have done that a number of times. And someday I will be good enough to solo a Manor of the Immortals. And I've soloed a Demon Abyss successfully once. But yeah, the Lost Halls are so difficult. So nasty. Do you watch sports? Well, not lately because there haven't been any, but yes, I watch a lot of baseball, and I watch some basketball, some, well, Americans call it soccer. We are almost to the boss room. You can see the fires and the pillars there. If there are ever any of these destroyable plants near the exit or entrance to the room, it's football, not soccer. Manor is his arch rival. Yes, the Manor of the Immortals is my arch rival. I'm going to start attacking the boss now, so you might want to move to the exit there. Good. Yes. Whoop. Yes. All right. And I got nothing. I got a mark of Mixcoatl, and I got a T6 katana and a T5 armor, bearskin armor. Did Kevin mention watching baseball? He watches baseball. My stream was buffering for a bit. Yes, I watch baseball, and I did mention that I watch baseball when there is baseball. There isn't any baseball right now, except apparently like South Korean games that are not actual like games that count. They're exhibition games. I think I saw one of those not that long ago. How about Dem Mets? Why do you never use your ability? I actually do sometimes use my ability. Probably not as often as most paladins would, but I do use it. Amazulu, I don't think I've seen use her quiver at all, but it's possible that I just missed it. But I do use my ability less than I probably... Well, hello, humble boy, who is from my stream. Do you know some football soccer teams from Europe? I do not. Kevin G. Austin is going to be the very best at the end of the ROTMG lifespan. Possibly. I don't know that that's going to be true, but it's possible. Everybody else who's good will have abandoned it. And is it cool if I give you some stuff for your other characters? My inventory is full. I do not accept donations, and I don't do trades. I decided to do that when I was going to start streaming. So, yeah, it's just the way that I decided to play, and I enjoy playing that way. With everything I have is stuff that I've earned. through play, or like through the login calendar, or the mystery box shop, or the tinkerer. And I'm not, it's not like I swore an oath or anything. It's just that that's the way I want to play, so that's the way I've been playing. And I kind of do trades in that some of the gifts I want to give to the people who join my guild, you can't just drop on the ground and give them to them. So I do a trade and tell them not to give me anything back, basically. So it's a one-way trade. But okay, here's another Int Ancient. Are you ready? Stupid spider, go away. So, for the person who said, why don't you use your ability, I just did. And I did again, because this is sort of a dangerous area, and I feel the need to give myself that buff. Ugh, come on. Die, you stupid sprite. Ah! Wow, and it's down to almost no hit points. There we go. And it didn't drop anything. Thank you, my life is complete now. Well, okay. All right, so it's a Magic Woods. I am going to go in here. You should come with me. All right, so stay here for a moment. I wanted to tell you about this. This is water surrounding us. So when you enter the water, you will begin hallucinating. Everything will look weird. You probably want, and you can see that it's pointing us to that fountain spirit. That's the thing in the upper right-hand corner. That is the boss. So we're kind of going to go in that direction mostly. So what you want to do is you want to go through the water, get out of the water, and just pause until the hallucinations go away. So that's what I'm going to do. I moved over to here, and now you see everything looks weird for a moment. And now I'm going to move in the general direction of, and you want to stay back, further back than that. Further back. Yes, there. I have to move in because of my short range, but whoa. And yes, there are effects that they can put on you, like I just got blinded by one of these things. But you need to be very careful in here. I've died in the Magic Woods before. All right. And especially the boss. The boss can do a ton of damage. But slow and steady, stay back. Obviously, I can't stay back, but I'm using my ability fairly frequently so I can heal. And I'm very lucky that I have a healing pet as well, so I'm going to go over here to the right. All right. So you were being a little aggressive there. Stay back. I know it's kind of frustrating. These things are very dodgy. They will dodge all over the place. And so you want to move at them. You want to just hammer at them. But some of them can do a lot of damage. All right, get out of the trees there, you stupid sprite. Come on. There we go. All right, so I'm going to continue over to the right. And there's a big pool of water here, so we're going to have to hallucinate again once we've, once we've taken care of. Okay. We might have gone in the wrong direction, so we might have to backtrack. Oh, excuse me. All right, I'm just looking. There's something down here. I like to deal with the stuff in the rooms that as you go through them, just so that they don't come up behind you. And all right, so I just got a fairy dust, which is half good and half bad. It increases your maximum magic points and increases your wisdom, but also causes you to hallucinate for 5 seconds. So, it's not the best thing in the world, but it can be useful. The magic point increase and the other thing lasts longer than the hallucination does. So I'm wading in water, so I'm just hallucinating all over the place here. But you can kind of tell from movement what is a monster and what is not. So yeah, we went the wrong direction. We'll have to backtrack now. Okay. Uh-oh, don't let Brunhilda die here. This is the hardest dungeon they faced yet. Yes, this is the hardest dungeon that I've gone into. Yeah, we got to wade through this water, unfortunately, that I've gone into with Amazulu. There is a definite chance that we might die in here. How are your stats looking? Says Dark Nova 1111. I'm maxed on speed, close to maxing on dex, and not even close on anything else. So that's how my stats are looking. Aha! A room that we haven't been in yet, obviously. And another place where we're going to be required to wade through the water. Fastest pally around. Well, I have maxed on speed, so I am a fast paladin, yes. Hoping to max on dex sometime soon. Maybe not today, but I only have 8 to go, so... Come on, die. There we go. All right. Yeah, those yellow things you can tell that are coming in, those are bombs. They will explode. So you need to move away from where they're about to explode, usually. All right. I need to pause for a moment. I'm down a bunch of hit points. Also, I want to finish clearing out this room that we're in. Okay, so I'm going to go back down and go to the right once I'm done hallucinating. Because I believe that's the direction we need to go to get to the boss room. Around this way, which will hopefully draw out these guys. Down a bunch of hit points again. All right, so here's the boss room. Don't move in. I'm going to talk about it a little bit. So there are 4 pools, each in the corners of the room, and another pool in the center of the room. In the center of the room is where the boss is. Right now they're, I believe, encased in like stone or a crystal or something like that. So you go in there, you break that, and then she starts running around the room, the fountain spirit. Oh, she's just talked to us. Ah, so you are the guest I have felt the presence of. Strike my flowing waters, and I shall richly reward you. Yes, richly reward you by trying to kill you. Um, she has a bunch of different, well, maybe 3 or 4 different phases. You can kind of tell how scary the shots are that she's shooting by their size, and she's got some very big shots. So first, I'm going to move around the room looking for other sprites that might be in here that might annoy us. Okay, so I've moved around the room. There hasn't been anything. If you move up to sort of this center area, you can see at the center kind of there's a fountain, and that's where she is. Move back to the exit of the room again. All right, so now you know where that is. You can move in a little bit at a time until you get to where your shots will damage her. So shoot in the direction of that. You're a little farther away than you need to be, so move in a little further. And once you hear it break, you're going to want to run away. There. So yeah, she's creating these extra sprites, kind of. Ugh. Yeah, if you can help by clearing out these extras, these ads. All right, so she's going to start running around now. I unfortunately have to get very close to her to do any damage. So I'm going to move out for a moment here. But yeah, if you can keep clearing the ads, the additional opponents, I will dodge, move in, attack her, and then move out again. She's running around the room now. She is very dangerous. Don't be afraid to run away. That is why... Oh, she's gone into a different phase where she sits in the center of the fountain there and does stuff around herself. Oh, I got confused. Unfortunately. There we go. So, chat, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to be paying attention to you while I'm doing this. Oh. I'm pulling back. Let's see now. Are you on a modded client? No, I am actually using my Chrome browser and Flash inside of that. So you can see her shots are very patterned, so it's possible to avoid her shots. There we go. I would like to stop hallucinating now. All right, so I got a Ring of Superior Defense, a mark. Yep, those are both very good rewards. And then I also got that, a T3 ring, a Mark of the Fountain Spirit. I assume you got one of those as well. And I got a Ring of Greater Attack, so a Tier 2 Ring of Attack. I am, I'm leaving now. So yes, that you have now done a difficult dungeon. That is actually a difficult dungeon to survive. But it also shows you a lot of the tougher monsters will have patterned attacks like that. And you need to get really good at being able to sort of shift and avoid the patterns. You need to recognize them and avoid them. I am going to go to my my vault for a moment. So a lady stream or Aladi stream says, let's do a shatter. And no. I enjoy doing Magic Woods. And have soloed them before, but yeah, no, not the tougher dungeons. No. Yeah, I doing a duo of a Manor of the Immortals is fun. But anyway, so yes, that potion of dexterity was the reason that I went in there, because as I said, I'm trying to max my dexterity. I am 7 potions of dexterity away from maximizing my dexterity. And dexterity is the stat that determines how many shots per second you shoot. So it increases your damage per second. I don't have any place to put I have so many potions of speed. Would you like to get another potion of speed from me? Okay, I'm going into the guild hall. And I will... Oh, and do you have any room in your vault? Because do you have like a vault chest that has any space in it? Okay, because I was going to give you a tier 3 ring of defense as well. But if you don't have any space for it, all right. So here you go. Have a potion of speed. And you are level 20, so you can make use of it. So what I'm going to do is I am going to actually leave for a moment and bring out another character to sort of mule for. All right, so my priest has a few slots left, so I can pick up some stuff and just hang on to it with my priest. Inventory management is a major part of this game. I mean, it might not be as bad as with like Destiny 2 or something, but it can take up a lot of your time, especially if, like me, you have a whole bunch of chests open. Some people have opened most of the chests in their vault. That's spending a lot of money. But I don't really want to spend that much money. Is that your account? Is the account that I'm playing on my account? Yes. I am Pental Lock. I don't play other people's accounts. I don't I have a few other accounts that I don't play. Let's see. I don't really want to keep this. Oh, I wanted to feed that robe to one of my pets. Oh, that was stupid of me. Damn, I thought that was like a friend account. No. This is my account. So I need to move this into my pouch if I'm going to be feeding it to a pet. And Amazulu is a friend of mine. And that is her account as well. All right, so make this penguin follow me and feed it this robe. How much is that worth? That's not really worth anything. Okay, now back to my karate penguin. All right. Now back out to the Nexus. Ooh, I was getting a little lag there. I am going to be dropping off this fairy dust that I picked up in the Nexus. If anybody wants to show up in US Midwest 2 Nexus, where I am right now, and pick up a fairy dust that I'm going to drop, you can go right ahead. Oh, it's a purple bag, so you can't pick it up, unfortunately. Well, I don't know what to do about that. I'll drop this pollen powder, I guess. There. That's a brown bag. Everybody can look at that and go, woo! Are you, let's see, are you back out here again? Where are you at the moment? Hello? Oh, there you are. Oh, there you are. Minotaur. Let's go. Yeah, I don't know if I explained, but before you hit level 20 with a character, you should not use like a potion of speed, because going up levels will increase your stats all on its own. And so until you hit level 20, don't take like potions of speed or potions of dexterity. But yes, that potion of dexterity is a very nice potion and not super easy to come by. And you can tell by the reward of that dungeon how difficult it is, really. It's giving you 2 statistic boost potions. An indication that they don't think that's an easy dungeon. um, So I am going in the direction of the rock dragon. I will not be challenging the rock dragon. It is very tough. But it should give me a good direction to go just to get closer to the Midlands. I don't know. The dungeon part is like as easy as a sprite, but the boss is like Melfast here. Yeah, I mean, really, it's the boss that is the super tough part of that dungeon. She can hit very hard, that fountain thing. Yeah, so let's see. I'm just trying to think of dungeons that we've gone through and that we haven't gone through. I believe that's the last. We've been through all of the lowlands, beach dungeons. There's only a couple of those. And I think we've been through all of them that you would normally find in the Midlands. Now, that Magic Woods would be the last one. So we might be ready to look at moving up to the Highlands. Just sort of the edge of the Highlands. You've been there before, so you've seen a bunch of those monsters. A number of the sort of tougher monsters, the ones that reproduce other monsters, will drop the snake pit. And that is where you get a lot of your potions of speed from. So that is what we will be looking for next. And it's also the dungeon that I am probably best known for being in, just because I think I told you this before, that there's a YouTube video that's gotten 3,000 hits of me going through a snake pit. And I do it very carefully and slowly, so people watching me can maybe learn something if they haven't already learned everything they can about the snake pit. But so let's see. Through dungeon, the enemies can't keep up with 40 or more speed characters. All right, so we are getting close to the Highlands. We should start seeing. There's one. That's a night elf. That's a lizard god. That's one of the things that can drop entrances to the snake pit. There's another one. And this is an undead dwarf god that I just killed. It can also... So, we are not going to go any further inland than this road that's right up here, because we do not want to encounter gods. The lizard god and the undead dwarf god, the thing that looks kind of like a robot, are lesser gods. And so they are, less tough than the actual gods of the realm. Cool. So I'm going to move along the road in this sort of direction for a while, and we will eventually encounter more Highlands stuff. All right, that's an Urgle. I hate Urgles. I kill every Urgle I see, if I can. Like I told you about the web, Arachna's web, these lines that are being shot out from these black spheres that the Urgle creates can also cause you to get lag kicked. So that's one of the reasons I really hate the Urgle. The other is those lines cause status effects. Urgles are pests when you're fighting event gods. Yes, and the reason they are pests is because they can cause status effects. So this guy with a crown here is also something that can drop a snake pit. The status effects can be like armor broken, like your armor isn't helping you anymore temporarily. So yeah, those lines are nasty, and I do not like them. And when you're fighting the gods, that can be a real problem. That suddenly you don't have armor, or you're slowed, or you're blinded. All sorts of unpleasant effects. Kevin G. Austin, when you get good enough, would you make a manor guide? Yes, it is my plan that when I get good enough to solo a manor of the Immortals, I will do a YouTube video with, basically this is how you do it. And like I said, I've solo cleared everything except for Lord Ruthven, and I'm not quite good enough to deal with Lord Ruthven, or I'm just not patient enough, because every time he damages you, he heals himself. So it can take a very long time if you're getting hurt. Also, I'm really bad at moving while confused. You probably moved a little too far inland there. So you want to move back to the road. Yeah. Anyway, so, but once I do get good enough, and hopefully that's not, a really long time away, I am planning on making a video guide to the Manor of the Immortals. I think you should solo it more than once, to be honest, because once may be lucky. Yeah. I mean, I haven't made a Demon Abyss of the Demons, Demon Abyss video, because I've soloed it twice, and I was successful the first time, amazingly enough, and then I died the second time. So I don't feel comfortable enough there to be making a guide to it. Someday I will go back and solo another demon abyss, but not super soon. I mean, I would have to have a character that I feel comfortable losing, and I'm not really there with any of my characters at the moment. So yes, these are all, well, almost all, yeah, that's not, but mostly the, Highlands creatures that were running around in here. Sewer is way tougher than Manor and Abyss. Let's see now, where was I? I think if you can solo Manor, then you'll probably be ready for harder dungeons like Abyss and Sewer. I actually, because Lord Ruthven heals himself when he damages you, I found the Manor of the Immortals actually harder to finish off than the Abyss. Yeah, Malphas was time consuming, but at least you'd advance with him. With Ruthven, I always felt like I was getting knocked back, like I was losing progress. So yeah, these guys have a lot of hit points and really aren't worth killing. Those and they only do damage to you if the, I think it's the queen, is there with them. So the king is at the center and wears the gold crown. The queen wears a brownish crown, and so there really wasn't one of them with you there. Sure where you are there. There you are. So yeah, this guy is the king. These are sort of the warriors, and there is no queen there, so they're not shooting at you. And they don't drop anything worthwhile. That is a night elf. They're reproduced by the lizard god. These are demons. They're annoying. When you kill them, yeah, move away, move away, move away, really. Because when you kill them, they kind of explode. So you want to be far away from them when you're shooting at them. Ah, it's another undead dwarf god. And yes, these blue and white things are undead dwarves. Hey, it's a snake pit. All right. All right, we're going to go into the snake pit. Well, I am, and hopefully you will as well. When you clear it, it's pretty similar in difficulty because the boss is a lot harder. Hi, Kypris 20. But sewer takes longer and enemies are tougher, plus sewer water and sewer boss is probably easier than manor boss. So I've been into a toxic sewer once, and I left very fast just because of the sewer water. For some reason, at the time, I wasn't really expecting it. And the Abyss does have a lot of lava, but it seems to be easier to avoid the lava than it is the sewer water. All right. So we are going to do a full clear of this thing, which is going to take a little bit of time. All right. So these things, I'm rubbing up against the wall. That's, don't shoot. Stop shooting. That's destroyable wall. I destroy the wall in a very specific pattern for multiple reasons. I sort of create a sinuous pattern through them. One, because it's possible to actually, let's see, for how long have you been playing Realm of the Mad God? I started 8 years ago, or approximately 8 years ago, and have taken multiple times off. You can look at my Realm I fame history to see it for sure. But I probably played, out of those 8 years, I probably played about 4 of the years. Anyway, so there can be forks off of these tunnels there, and also if you do it in this pattern that I do, you can retreat back into the tunnel if you're being overwhelmed by the snakes in the other rooms. And also, if you do it in this pattern, the snakes won't be able to follow you. They won't be able to figure out how to get from the room they're in to like the next room or the room before. So if you want to just follow me into the tunnel, I will show you. And it's really hard to do this pattern with an archer because you've got that spread of shots. It's a lot easier with, so you see I move to the side there. I go up 3 and then over. And this way you see everything, all of the walls. You've got a place you can retreat to if you're starting to take too much damage. Now, the little snakes are produced by these grates in the floor. You cannot actually kill all of the little snakes because the grates will keep producing them. So once you've killed the bigger snakes, you might as well just leave the room. It's not going to benefit you really anything because they don't drop anything you really want. Sewer is out of your league right now, Kevin. Manor is up your alley. That's probably true, Doc. Yeah, if it was a group of players, it would be a different story, but sewers take a while, even maxed. Yeah, I was definitely not ready for the sewer. And this is a while ago. It wasn't with the skill level I even have right now. So anyway, so same sort of pattern. And it is possible to do this pattern with an archer. It just is harder. Okay, so when I am doing a full clear, usually go in the direction away from where the boss is. So you can see the boss is to our right and sort of up a bit. I'm going to go to the left from here. Well, the little snakes shouldn't be doing too much damage to you. Yeah. All right. So, yeah. We haven't actually found any of the big snakes yet. Okay. Where are you trying to come through? Well, yeah. The perspective is a little weird, so it's a little difficult to figure out which way you can and can't go. What's even worse is sometimes if you have lag, you'll destroy one of the blocks. Oh my goodness. You'll destroy one of the blocks. All right, you want to do a circling pattern with these guys. Circle around them. Then they will shoot where you were, not where you are. And you can kind of get them to group up in the middle of the room that way. So if the lag is really bad, you'll destroy one of these blocks, and then it won't let you move into the space. And you're like, what is happening? Well, you are being affected by lag. But you can see why I say be able to move, because you just took a bunch of damage there. So yeah. And I clear stuff away from walls like this so that if there is another passage that you can see it. All right, so yeah, if there's a bunch of those really big snakes waiting, they can kill you very quickly. Which is why having a way having a place that you can retreat to that they can't shoot you is a very good thing. I mean, if you're super tough and you don't really care about them, you don't need to do that. Or if you have a really big group, you know, or you're running the dungeon with somebody super tough who could just wipe them out, then you can do what's called a rush, but you doing okay? All right. Stupid, annoying little snakes. Okay, we're going this way. So the reason that I sort of clear the dungeon in this order is, one, because it's emotionally satisfying to me, and two, because there can be what are called treasure rooms in the snake pit. And a treasure room is a specifically shaped room that has a floor pressure plate, and when you trigger the pressure plate, a guardian snake comes out, and the guardian snake will drop potions of speed. Let's see now. Doc says, Kevin G. Austin, for the next anniversary of your snake pit guide, you should make the manor guide. Just an idea. If I feel competent enough with the manor at that point, I will. And I'm still trying to learn the manor. So we might not find, there isn't a treasure room in every single snake pit. So we might not find one of those this time. But if we do, I will point out that this is the treasure room, and we can talk about it then. But yeah, treasure rooms are nice because you can get potions of speed out of them, and you can even get some really decent other kinds of treasure as well. Okay, I have now entered the boss room. So the boss is circled by some sort of guardian monsters. They can shoot you and do some fairly high damage, but their biggest thing that they do is slow. When they shoot you, they affect you with slow. You've just been affected by slow, for instance. Killing them is not especially useful because the boss, the thing at the center of the room, will just produce more of them. She has multiple phases, just like the fountain spirit did. Right now, she's in her little green snake phase. You can basically just ignore her then, because your shots are just going to hit her little green snakes, and she just makes more of them. So if you kill them, it doesn't really matter. Yes, these sort of areas right here are very good to hide in. If you're not pulling all the way back, you probably want to move in. She's got a pattern shot. You can see she's shooting in 4 directions. That's when you want to start shooting her. She has an invulnerability phase that can go on and off. So shooting her when she's invulnerable isn't especially useful. She's invulnerable right now. This phase, she shoots out these red bombs. You want to get damage in on her, because if you don't, then you won't get any drops from her. So the amount of damage that you need is called soulbound. You get a soulbound thing from her, something that's just for you. So I think you probably have gotten up to that. So we'll just kill her now. There we go. Oh my goodness, I got a white bag. A white bag is the best of the bags. So there are various different colors. Yeah, now you can kill these things because she's not here to produce more of them. So the snake skin shield isn't especially good, but it is reasonably good as pet food. People in my chat are freaking out because white bags are like the thing. Everybody wants a white bag. All right, so I got a Wand of the Bulwark, which is a really weird wand. It shoots these like floaty things out. Instead of being, just a directed shot, it sort of floats around, but you can kind of lay a... I'm not leaving, by the way, right now, so I'm not going out that exit. I want to finish off the dungeon. I'm just talking. Anyway, so the Wand of the Bulwark is usable when you're being chased by a whole bunch of stuff, which happens fairly often, but isn't useful if something's just sitting there and you're pounding at it. So yes, people are like, "Wee, Kevin, watch." That's not how you pronounce you spell Big Yuri box, but Bulwark video. All right, so I'm going out this exit. This is my second white bag ever. The other white, let's see, are you going to play priest with your new bulwark? I have a priest, which I will probably be giving this bulwark to. Yeah. They might have had an angle on you. That's possible. So yeah, it's good to retreat like back to here, or even back as far as this, if you're taking too much damage, because those big snakes can do a lot of damage, especially if they're in a big group like that, like they were. So that's why I use that circling technique, because if you're just standing there in the hallway, they will crowd around you and keep shooting you. These medium-sized snakes, that pattern doesn't work as well with. Anyway, so yes, this is my second white bag ever. The other one was also in a snake pit. I do a lot of snake pits. Oh, that reminds me, I don't need this potion of speed. So, hey, would you like to trade? All right. All right. You got another potion of speed. You're on your way. Let's see now. I can never spell that man's name. I just call him Talwar. Thank you on the congratulations, Max ZTV. Talwar seems chill. Tied my army. People are always chill. Yeah, I have enjoyed watching, I think it's Big Yuri Box, is what his name is. I've enjoyed watching his instructional videos, and he does seem pretty chill. I have never interacted with him directly. All right, I'm going to scroll out just so I can see other directions that we can go. So, going this way, because we have a couple of ways that we haven't gone yet. I'm still hoping, and there's a whole bunch of this. If you scroll all the way out, you can sort of see the entire area that might have dungeon in it. You can see there's a huge area of blackness that we haven't explored yet. So I'm hoping for another... I'm hoping for a treasure room is what I'm hoping for. And maybe we can get another couple of potions of speed for you. Ooh, lots of medium-sized snakes. Oh. All right. I'm not a big fan of video guides since they are hard to make, which means they get outdated and they rarely get replaced. What? Wait, did you get a bulwark? Yes, I did. I got a bulwark. I got a Wand of the Bulwark. Text guides are much easier to make an update. I mean, a lot of them are still pretty accurate. Yeah. But, so the very first YouTube video I made was me doing a spider den. And I was not very good at making videos at that point. It's still up, by the way. But the spider den hasn't changed a whole lot. Okay, this is funny. My pet is like 4 rooms behind us. So is yours. They can still affect us. They can still shoot their whatever at us to heal us. And if you get far enough away from them, they'll teleport to you. So you don't have to worry about the fact that they aren't following us because they're too stupid to figure out the path. Yeah, it's very scary to wade in here and then start doing this sort of circling pattern, but it really is the safer thing to do. So I got a snake oil. You want a snake oil? Okay. That's another nice healing potion. 100 hit points, and then everybody within 10 squares of you also gets healed. I'm pretty sure he made a new Oryx 2 guide. He made a video on Oryx 2, but not a complete guide, I'm pretty sure. But I don't know for 100% sure. Though his newer guides, they're talking about, I think his name is Bic Yuribox. Though his newer guides are nice since they're still relevant. Do you accept in-game donations? I do not. Thank you very much if that was an offer, but I do not. I decided when I was going to start streaming that I would not accept donations and I wouldn't do trades because oh, hey, here we are. This is a treasure room. So we will get another potion of speed out of this. The boss monster of this place will give you a potion of speed if you get enough damage into him. All right, so follow me. And don't go any further than me. If you go up here, yeah, here, I'll do this. So there's a pressure plate in the room. You can see the pressure plate up near the top of the room, right? All right, so once I step on that, the boss monster of the room will show up. He'll suddenly appear, and out of the walls here, the side walls, arrow traps will begin shooting arrows. So that's in this entire area here, up to about where I am right now. You'll have arrows shooting from each side wall. Not tons of them, but enough to be super annoying because they inflict bleeding on you. So you want to stand back about where you are to shoot at the boss monster. Unless you don't mind bleeding. So let's see now. Asian Chill. I mostly watch his commentaries while playing. It's funny he took so long to make a Shatters guide. By the time it came out, Lost Halls had replaced Shatters. All right. Well, that is kind of funny. I am about to step on the pressure plate. So the monster's going to come out now. Oh, I missed it. There we go. You can see him if you get close enough there. He has special shots. Dazed causes you to fire a lot less frequently. He also has these big spherical shots which do a bunch of damage. But the things that look like throwing stars are the ones, yeah, you don't want to get hit by that one, are the ones that cause dazed. All right, so I'll let you get some more damage into him. There, and he's dead. Did you get a blue bag? All right, cool. All right, I did as well. I'm going to trade with you again. And, come on. Trade. Why is it? Oh, you've requested a trade. All right, there we go. And I am going to give you another potion of speed. There you go. I mostly want to say, are we supposed to hear the other player? Yes. If you're not hearing Amazulu's voice, then I don't know what setting to make. I don't. She should be coming in on desktop audio, but she should be kind of quiet. Here, I'll move up desktop audio, so maybe you can hear her a little better. Unless there's a reason for you. I don't. Is that only me? I have OBS. I don't have Streamlabs OBS. All right. So continuing on. But I'm using my Discord voice to do voice chat with her. So if you can't hear her, I'm not sure what the deal is. You have to add your Discord to the Streamlabs thing. Okay, increase the volume some more. I had someone say they wanted me to decrease the desktop audio because they wanted to hear my voice better. But, all right, so I've increased it a little bit more. Amazulu, could you say something for the audience? Did you guys hear that? All right, we've got one more place to go. This is really good watch. Love the thorough explanations. Oh, I heard her. Yay, she's super low. Okay, I'll up the desktop audio a little bit more. And what I will do is I will drop that a little bit more. So she should still be as loud, but the game should not be as loud. All right, so you can hear her now. Good. So it doesn't sound like I'm talking to myself anymore. I always find that weird when I'm watching other streamers. They're chatting away, and you know they're talking to somebody, that they're not just like hallucinating, but you can't hear them. Yeah, yeah, I'm just talking to the voices in my head. All right, so this is the last way to go. I don't think it's going to give us a treasure room, but I like to be thorough. Yeah, this is a dead end. So, all right. Okay, so we're going to go back to the boss room and exit through that portal, because that's the only way you get credit for doing the dungeon. And I don't need credit for doing this dungeon. I've done this dungeon many, many times. But I want you to get credit for doing it as well. Okay, I'm waiting for you by the realm portal. Thank you very much, Max ZTV, for subscribing to me with Twitch Prime. I very much appreciate it. All right, so we're going to go back out to the realm. My backpack is full, so I am going to go to my vault. I'm going to go to my vault. Ah, somebody dropped a bunch of stuff right there. And unfortunately, my vault is also full, so I'm going to have to try and decide. I know I am going to keep that wand, but I don't know what else it is that I want to drop off in here. Actually, yeah, I'm going to start by dropping off some stuff in the... Wait, WTF, you have more chests than me. Well, there was a period of time when I actually spent money on this game. I was playing it so much that I felt very guilty, as a matter of fact, that they weren't making any money off of me. And this is like 6 years ago or something. And so I spent money to open a bunch of vault chests. Hi, Prime Sub Gang. Yes. I hope you enjoy your emotes. I did them myself, so I'm the only one you can blame for their poor quality.
Never.
Let's see. What do I have in here that I really don't need? I have a whole bunch of stuff actually that Oh, here's another one of these. Hey, cool. I'm going to the guild hall again, and I'm going to give you another potion of speed if you go there. So how close are you to maxing on speed? Do you know? There's
max speed?
So if you go into your options, I don't remember where it is. There's an option. Okay, so if you go into options with O, and then click on experimental, there is an option toggle pots to max text. I believe, yeah, that's it. That will show you how many potions you need to get to Dark Nova 1111. But you just subscribed after me, right? Oh. Yes. I appreciate all subscriptions. They show support for me. I'm very happy for the support. And they also eventually get me money. So that's super cool. I am in the guild hall waiting for you, by the way.
Okay. Oh, what am I stuck on?
So thank you very much to everybody who subscribes to me. Paladin is probably the best class for manner. You know, okay, there you are. I will do another trade with you. And in case you're wondering how to do these trades, the way I've been doing them, I click on your name, and then it brings up a menu. And one of the options is trade. So I click on trade, and now it's offered a trade with you. And I click on the thing I want to trade to you. And if you were to trade something back to me, then you would click on that, but I don't want you to. And then click on trade. And there you go. You have another potion of speed.
Perfect.
And did you turn on that option?
Yeah.
So you can now, if you click on the tab that tells you what your statistics or stats are, it will show you how many potions you need yet to get to max on speed, SPD.
10.
10. So you're close. That's actually pretty close. Warrior or Pally is best class, but Necro and Assassin aren't bad either. The problem with Paladin is I am not super good at shot dodging, even patterned shots. And so you have to get in close with any of the sword classes, obviously. And so that's a problem for me. I mean, he shoots it when he's in the phase where he shoots out crosses. That's a little better because it's easier to avoid shots. But some of those shot patterns are not easy. Right, when he transforms to bats, go back into the hallway. Yes. And stay there until all the red dots on the minimap merge into one. When that starts to happen, go back. Yes, that would be the way to do it. Unfortunately, for some reason, for me, the bats always seem to follow me when I'm soloing. And I'm terrible at confused. I'm just very, very bad at confused. So I have been doing this for about 2 hours and 45 minutes. Do you want to do more of this? I would be willing to do this more, but if you're...
That's up to you.
Okay,
I'm fine.
let's do some more.
Okay.
Let's see, where am I? Oh, somebody opened an undead lair here. That's nice. That's how you skip the bat phases. Yeah, but cheesing isn't fun. What server are you on? I am on US Midwest 2. I am up by Minotaur, by the way. So if you get in here and get to Minotaur, there you are. Let's go. I'm enjoying myself. I'm having fun.
I am. I'm actually having a lot of fun.
Good. I'm glad. And you're learning a lot of stuff about Realm of the Mad God as well.
Yes.
It took me... I can't...
I actually feel more confident with the archer than I was with the...
With the priest?
Priest?
Well, yeah, you have better armor and a lot more damage capability.
Yeah.
The priest is considered like a support class. You don't usually solo with the priest unless you're good with him. Or you're me and you're kind of crazy. I have done dungeon solos with the priest, but
Okay, let me see. Yeah.
where are you? Oh, there you are. You're down there. All right, I'm going to go back towards you.
I'm making my way up to you.
All right.
Me too.
Realm of the Mad God is fun when there is a lot of unknown. Yeah. Okay, we found each other.
And like I say, I find it relaxing.
Absolutely. That's why I've been playing a lot of it lately, because life itself has been stressful. And so, and I feel that people watching me are also getting like relaxation out of it as well.
Yeah.
So it's all together good. Some of the best times I've had was when Shatters and Halls first came out. if I was good enough, I would probably have a really good time with those tougher dungeons. But I'm still on my way, progressing, getting better gear, learning more about the game. It turns into this weird world which you don't know what's happening. That's the good times when the Shatters first came out. Okay. All right. Do you want to go back up towards the Highlands again?
Yes.
All right. So, I think this way is probably the way to go. If you will sort of follow me. There you are. I'm assuming that these other two people are people from my stream, but I don't know for sure. Okay, so we're starting to see the pine trees. And yes. Here are some of the night elves. They're the ones who are all black, or mostly black, I guess. They wear bandanas, some of them. Some of them have crowns. They are produced by the lizard god. Oh, there's a centaur. And he dropped stuff I don't need. Okay, so back onto the road. Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. I'm going to hang out here on the road and wait for you. I'm not sure where you've gone. You're fairly far away from...
Making my way to the road.
Okay. Well, you should be able to see me on your map, so just head towards me. And we can head out onto the road.
There we go.
There, you found me. Okay. It's another Urgle. 8 Urgles. Urgles must die. And because I'm overly cautious, I wait until these lines go away. Before I really start moving out. Don't need that. That was a little red spider. That's a Midlands monster. Oh! That was a lizard god, a lesser god. And that's what produces all these things. All the night elves are created by the lizard god.
Definitely need all. Okay, I'm full up on health potions now. Oh.
Hey, snake pit. So, get here soon. There, going into the snake pit. So, we can do it the same way we did last time, but we could also do a rush. A rush is harder to survive. And you need to stay behind me, basically. You need to stay well behind me.
Definitely staying well behind you.
All right, so we're going to do a rush. You do a rush when there are multiple people and you're not sure that they will wait for you. Everybody wants to get to the boss, and they all want to get to the boss first. So here we go. We go in the direction of the boss, and we just tunnel right through the tunnels in the direction that we think the boss is. You spend very little time on each room.
Oh, snap.
Maybe just long enough to kill a few of the monsters. But you want to kind of stay close to me so that...
Yeah, I'm kind of like...
All right, we found a treasure room. I'm going to deal with the treasure room here. Are you here? Yes, you are. All right, so I've triggered the treasure room. You should move up close enough to be doing damage to the boss. Oh, you were too late. But I will give you this. I will give you the stuff that I got. I'm going to trade it to you. There. All right, so let's do a trade. That and that and that and that. I'm going to give you all 4 of those things.
Oh, thank you.
There. Okay, so now we go back to rushing the boss. Or trying to rush the boss. We don't know if we're going in the right direction, unfortunately. Oh, that's a dead end. So back out and look for other ways to go. So we're going to go this way. So yeah, you can see we just kind of drill through, kill monsters as we go, because we might have to backtrack, and if we do, then we don't want all the monsters to still be there. Oh, we have found the boss room.
Okay,
I'm going to wait for you.
I'm here.
Okay.
Where's the boss?
Right here. Okay, did you get a drop?
Yes.
Okay, good. Anyway, so that's a rush.
Okay.
Wow, this other person with us apparently got a white bag.
Nice.
Yeah, cool.
GG's.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Did you leave?
Yeah.
Oh,
my bad.
I was going to trade my potion of speed to you. See, everyone died. It was a buggy mess with a lot of laughs with guildies. It turns into this weird hour. Kevin is always chill, fun, and relaxing. Well, thank you. I certainly hope so. All right, so time to trade with you. Do not run away. Trade. Accept in there. And there you go. Another potion of speed for you.
Thank you.
That person was me. Oh, well, thank you, DatCat69, for pausing when I paused and not just rushing. I will suffer no more of your impudence. I have closed this realm. You will not live to see the light of day. So, yes, everybody's going to get sent to Oryx's castle. This time, move to me. Move to me right now. Stop running around. This time we're going to go to Oryx's castle, but we're going to leave very fast. So I'm going to hang out here. By the way, if you really want to, after Oryx 2, there's a chest. I am not going to go to Oryx 2. I'm not even going to go to Oryx. I'm not even going to go to the Stone Guardians. I just want Amazulu to see the starting part of Oryx's castle, the destroyable wall, and the first few bosses, and then I want her to run away. I want you to retreat the moment you start taking damage.
Okay.
But it's just going to be a minute here while we wait for Oryx to decide to send us. Yeah, there's the upper castle. There's Oryx's chamber. And then there's Oryx's wine cellar, where you meet Oryx 2. The first one is supposedly just a fake Oryx. He's incredibly tough, though. I mean, the first Oryx is amazingly tough compared to just about anything else in the game.
Yeah.
So you're that kind of, and then punctuation. Apparently someone's trying to swear. Let's see, and then in like a month there will be Oryx 3. Right now, Oryx 1 is actually a giant chicken. Oh, for April Fools. Okay, my minions have failed me. But now you shall feel my wrath. Come and meet your doom at the walls of my castle. And everything's shaking and scary because wow, this is bad. All right, so this is the first wall. It's destroyable. Stay back. There are monsters on the other side of this wall that are tough and nasty. But you can come, you just need to stay behind me, basically. I'm not sure where you are at the moment.
I have no idea where you are.
Okay. Are you in Oryx's castle?
Yeah.
Am I, like, near you right now? It doesn't look like it. There's a cluster of people right here where they were spawned in.
From you.
So I would say run away right now. Just go back to the Nexus. Hit R and leave. Somebody named Nyfinda Man died.
Oh, push R.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know if you still have my stream up at all, if you're watching
yeah,
me.
I do.
So you can
Yeah,
kind of
I
see
wanted
what's
to-
happening with me. I'm
Yeah,
way
I
behind
see
everybody
it.
because I was looking for you, but there. So yeah, there's a bunch of monsters. They're sort of in sections behind destroyable walls. This is the main area of the castle. Those monsters are a lot tougher than they just looked.
Yeah.
These are haunted armors. They are super tough, but they don't usually bother you if you don't bother them. Sometimes they'll come to life and start attacking you. They are also very nasty. You'll see that it's pointing me at something called the Stone Guardian,
Yeah.
which is along here, and is a very, very tough, nasty thing. There's more haunted armors in here. Wow, there's a lot of people. And you get a lot of lag in here, unfortunately. All right. Something is damaging me and I have to leave.
That wasn't a good thing.
Yeah. I was not doing well there. Anyway, so I'm back in the Nexus. You may have spawned in a separate lane. Check the minimap. Yeah, that's probably what happened. So they have multiple start areas that you're split off into, and then when you get to that Stone Guardian room, you sort of all converge there. Once you've killed off, there's 2 Stone Guardians, and there's like a sword that also can damage you. Once you've killed off those, a portal appears, and that leads you to Oryx's chamber, which is a big open space with the Oryx 1 in the middle of it.
Okay.
Anyway, so that's what somebody was saying, that you may have spawned in a separate lane. Usually, I thought if you were really near each other when you went to Oryx's castle, you would go to the same lane, but apparently that's not the case. You can get sent to different lanes. You can turn the projectiles of other players off if it gets too bad. For lag, yeah. Are you on browser? Yes, I think you were getting damaged because playing on browser can cause input lag and also taking damage seemingly late or from nothing. Yes, I am playing on browser. I used to play on Flash Projector, but then an update caused sound to stop working on Flash Projector. So the only way I can play now is using Chrome browser and then Flash inside of it. And yes, I understand that causes lag issues, but there's nothing I can really do about that, unfortunately. I'm hoping that if they do a Unity client for Linux, interesting, what version of Flash do you use? Flash Projector. Let me go look. Let me see. Where is it? Oh, it's not telling me the name of it. 32,0,0,238 is what it's saying to me right now. Don't you use Chrome? It's the worst browser for Realm of the Mad God. I have Chrome and I have Firefox, and Firefox won't run Flash anymore. It refuses to. So that's why I'm using Chrome. It's the only one, and it complains. Chrome complains like 2 times before it will let me run Flash. But it's the only way I can really run anymore. So blah 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 blah. Okay, I've been actually doing this for about 3 hours now, and my voice is going on me. So let me just check and see if there is. Sure. I would like to do a Twitch raid of Impulsive Mind, who is another Cyberstorm Gaming media team member. So I hope that all of you will come along with me and say hi to Impulsive Mind and maybe give him a follow. Thank you very much for everybody who has been here, everybody who's chatted, everybody who has lurked, everybody who's given me a subscription. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you very much. And if you've enjoyed my stream and haven't, please give me a follow on Twitch. If you're watching this later after I've uploaded it to YouTube and you've enjoyed it, click that like button and subscribe to my channel. If you didn't like it, click the dislike button, I guess. But either way, please leave a comment on YouTube if you've watched it there, telling me what you did or did not like about it. So here we go. We're going to do a raid of Impulsive Mind. In just a few seconds here. Oh, he just went to a BRB. But we're going to raid anyway.
Oh, gee! Kevin! Coming with the raid! Coming in with the raid! Thank you so much. How was your stream? Let's pop that alert again. Cat is going crazy. So been doing 1v1s versus people here. So I think I'm 4-1 at the moment. Cat treat. Cat treat. You wanna give my cat?
Well,
treats?
thank you for the games.
You are welcome.
And we definitely play again.
Yes, absolutely. I really enjoyed it. I enjoy teaching people stuff, and I enjoy Realm of the Mad God. So, two good things.
Definitely.
Yeah, so